I have sold the G87 M2. That car was one of my favourite shop cars to date, and it was the test bed for a number of products that you see on the road today, and I'm going to miss that car dearly. But it is not the end of our work with the G87 M2. There's going to be a lot more on that coming in the future. But that's not all. I've also sold my daily X3M. And you might be wondering, have I lost my mind? Well, there's a very good reason why we're at Automotive Addiction today. My aim today is to replace two cars with one. The replacement is sporty, it's practical, it drives amazing, it's German, and it's over 500 horsepower, it's four-wheel drive, it's got a fat back end, it's got a beautifully spacious interior, but it is not this car, but it might be one of the cars in this bay. Allow me to introduce you to the brand new AutoID Audi RS6 C8. So yes, we are going to be entering the world of Audi once again with this Audi RS6, and I'm so excited to get started. You will notice this car looks stunningly immaculate. It literally looks better than it did from factory, and that is thanks to the guys at Automotive Addiction that we're buying this car from. So I'd like to introduce you to Dylan at Automotive Addiction, because this is his realm and he wants to talk us around the car. So Dylan, thank you man for having us.
Congratulations, it's a great car to base it on. Vorsprung, 2021, one owner in Nardo, but I'm sure that'll change.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be not going to be staying this colour for a while, but we'll talk about that in a later video. But we're so excited. I'm pretty fresh in terms of RS6. My knowledge is not massive. Can you give me a bit of an overview on these cars, because I know you have quite a few of these come through?
100%. So RS6 C8, this is a Vorsprung. So Vorsprung actually comes with every single optional extra available, except for ceramic brakes, rear airbags and carbon interior package. This has got the carbon interior package, hasn't got ceramics, but it has got red brake calipers. So this is nearly a full spec car. Perfect. Apart from one other little option, which you're going to fit yourself.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we are going to be fitting a tow bar onto this.
Yeah.
But in terms of power, so these are like 600, I think, on those?
So they're 600 horsepower stock, and they run an 8-speed ZF Auto gearbox, 4-litre twin turbo V8 engine.
This isn't stock though, is it?
No, it's got stage 1 from Litchfield. 680-ish, 700. Yeah. So have you ever driven one before?
I've driven one like very shortly, like not a lot. So what should I be expecting?
Well, I think as a stage 1, it'll feel quite quick. You drive in comfort, they have cylinder on demand, so they switch the half the cylinders off, so they can be really good on fuel and frugal, but when you put your foot down, they go well.
What is your process? Because this does not look like any car I bought from like a dealership before. Cool. It's as though I've taken it to a detailer to have it done.
Yeah.
Where do you go, what is your process?
Well, I'll explain it to you. The first thing is buying the car. Okay, so we've been doing this 11 years now. So 2015, I started the business. And before that, I was a professional detailer. That's what I used to do. I used to prepare cars for concourse. But it was over like a month. Yeah. But I made no money. And my customers at the time were like, Dylan, would you come out and view cars with us? Because I can see stuff like paint really easily. Yeah. So what I ended up doing is making a business where I prepare cars for enthusiasts and prepare them that way, because all this is free. But the first thing is buying a car without any paint, which is harder than you think. So this is 5 years old, and it's never had any paint. It's 100 from new. And obviously, you might know, mileage blockers are a big thing. We check for mileage blockers as well. Yeah. So we do that on every single car. And then the whole mechanical integrity is checked. That's when I buy it. Yeah. And then when I buy it, I have a 5-part inspection process. Mechanical inspection, 260 point, we do it ourselves. Visual inspection, test drive, I drive every car. Yeah. How can I tell you the brakes work and the geo's right? This has got rear wheel steer. If the geo out, it'll drive like you know? So I drive every car. And then we do something called a document inspection where I check all the servicing, has the diffs, has the gearbox, etc. been done at the right time. And I do it before someone buys it. Because my ethos is, you buy a car from me, you spend no money on it for about a year. It's like tyres should be 4 or 5 mil at least, where Porsche's standard is 3. You know? So all I'm trying to do is give a good experience for our customers. They don't have any stress, they have a good car, they come back, buy a new one. Business is set up, there's 10 of us and 6 people in prep. Like the only person who sells, me and Lewis. Like most car sales places, salesmen chat shit on the phone. Where we're all about the car. because at the end of the day, it's what we got to live with.
Yeah.
Our process is long. The detail alone is 60 hours, genuinely.
Wow.
There's little stone chips on it, and we've touched up and sanded them and make them the best they can.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously we know
It's a 6-year-old car at the end of the day. It isn't a brand new car, so you have to expect that. Let's talk a bit about the car itself. You've said it's Nardo grey, it's got these wheels. Is there anything else to maybe highlight in terms of spec-wise?
100%, it's got everything. It's got laser lights to start with, full ADAS driver assistance system, and that's what these radars are here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does adaptive cruise, it slows down when it's 30 mile an hour, it does it all itself. Yeah, it has lane assist, also has 360 camera.
Okay, oh wow.
It's got heads up display.
Okay.
It's got a pan roof, keyless, everything, electric, everything.
It's a beautiful car. I've not even looked at the interior yet.
Bang & Olufsen,
this is
electric kick tailgate. It's got the carbon interior pack. I won't buy a Vorsprung without it because it comes in wood standard. And this car has got shocks and springs. It's got a DRC system, dynamic ride control, which is a multi-link suspension system, which helps with handling. Only a Vorsprung has that, all the rest are air suspension. For handling, this is so much better than a standard one.
Really?
If you have one with air suspension, they're comfortable, but when you go around a corner, you're like,
Get wall of it.
Your last owner didn't take it off from you. 6 years that is.
That's a freshie.
Yeah, so we left it on.
yeah, I'll leave that on.
It's got sports exhaust as well.
Nice.
They generally, the Vorsprung is, how Audi do it is everything. It's a bit like Ultimate Pack on a BM.
Yeah.
You know, on a G80, it's everything but the ceramics. It's very similar. Yeah. We've detailed it all, it's fresh. I know you're going to do bits to it, but it's a really good base, and that's what it's all about.
Well, I better pay you some money then and take this car home.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that bit.
Yeah.
We do all this as well.
That's the cleanest engine bay we've ever seen.
We spent hours on like all the tar here, and it got to be right.
This is mint of the mint. So we've just got back from Automotive Addiction, and that was an unreal experience there, picking up this car. And the drive home, this did not miss a beat. It is absolutely unreal. But you behind the camera might be wondering, why have they bought an Audi RS6? That is not what AutoID do. They only do BMW M cars. And truth be told, a G87 M3 was the genuine replacement I wanted for the X3M and the G87 M2. But we've been getting a ton of messages, not just recently, but over the years. You don't do RS models, you don't do this, and we felt an obligation to you guys to get into an RS model. So I want to let you in on a secret, because we've been working with Trevora in the background on a full aero kit for this car. Splitter, side skirts, diffuser, spoiler, the whole shebang. And this thing is going to look insane in a very short space of time. And the thinking is, from our perspective, Audi have just launched the new RS5, which is a hybrid and is going to be basically the competitors of the G81, and we've got one on order. So we're going to get into one of these, we're then going to get ourselves an RS5, and who knows, we might even get the new RS6 afterwards.
No, we're getting the RS6, the new one, the C8.
Basically, we're an Audi channel now, we don't do BMW.
No, we do. But these are actually such sick cars, and I'm so excited because I'm going to say something that might upset a few different people, but this looks 10 times better than a G81.
I think stock for stock, I will back you on that.
I think modded for modded when we're finished with it.
Maybe so. I'm obviously a BMW fanboy, but honestly, I have to say, I've been shocked with how much I like this car, literally just within the few hours of driving.
Let's go take him for a drive before we carry on.
Let's do it.
Let's get in the car now. Oi, dual pan roof.
What?
Mad.
I did not even know that.
Oh, that's the... See, that's I can't even speak.
Yeah, you're excited.
That is so much better. The M5 roof doesn't open. It's a pan roof that don't open.
Oh, really? The last person with this car had a greasy head. I think I've got to hand it to Audi. Like, I was very pleasantly surprised. I've always been of the feeling that Audi interiors are a bit
Disagree.
V8.
And it sounds sick already.
That's a stock system.
Yeah, this car's
It's
a sports exhaust.
Yeah.
But it's stage 1 by Litchfield.
Yep.
So what power did he say it was? Like 600?
Well, so apparently they say it's 700, but it's not. It's more like 680, 670.
Oh, man, so it's quick.
But it is fast, yeah.
Do you know what's weird? So comparing it to my G90 M5 in the passenger seat, it feels a lot smaller.
Really?
Yeah, it feels smaller
it does.
inside.
It doesn't feel like a big car in it.
I mean, there's loads of space in the back.
I mean, the boot is enormous.
Oh yeah, it's talky.
Yeah, it's talky, isn't it?
It is talky, yeah. You know, obviously it's a bit weird because we're used to the G90 M5, so we have that no lag at all. but then when the power comes in, it comes in a bit harder a bit later.
Yeah.
The brakes are huge.
Yeah, they're enormous.
Like absolutely gigantic.
Having a V8 is so nice, isn't it?
Yeah, you know you can actually hear it from like outside the car as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was in my car, I had my windows down and then you ripped it past me and I could actually like hear something.
Yeah.
Which is nice for any sort of new car to be able to do that.
This feels like more of an old school V8, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The gearbox is quick as well, which I'm surprised by.
This is banging.
It is nice.
It's actually banging.
And it drives,
I love it.
It drives so smooth.
What's the steering like?
The steering's really good actually. I'm quite surprised. You would imagine it's a bit dead. There's no like input lag between what you're doing and what's happening, if that makes sense.
Yeah, see, that's good for a stock motor.
Yeah,
that is good.
Rapid in first gear.
I can't wait until we put an exhaust on this.
It's just a very nice, smooth car, like, and it just sounds great, and it drives really well. One thing that did come from us driving the car is that there is a really good comparison to be had between this and the G90 M5.
So me and Jack are going to switch keys.
We are.
Yeah, and
Not
then we're
now.
not now. We're going to do a separate video comparing this side by side against my G90 M5, which I'll put on the screen now.
Because I think there's a lot of people that hate the G90 M5. And I think there's a lot of people that love the RS6. And I actually think, one, you're going to see how good of a car this is comparing them, but I also think you're going to actually learn to appreciate some of the parts
Some of the
that
features
car.
on that, yeah.
Because I think in isolation, people compare that car to the G80, and that makes it come up a bit sore sometimes. But compared to this, I think this is an unbelievable car, and I'm shocked. Anyway, we need to compare it to show you guys. So what are the first steps that are going to be happening with this car? As I mentioned, we've got a new RS5 Avant on order. So this car is going to be with us until we get that. And we've got so much stuff we need to condense into this timeline to get it done in time. We're going to be wrapping this car. We've got a new set of wheels coming for it, and it's going to be going on multiple road trips. And the first road trip it's going on, we need to get a tow hook on the back of it, because it's going to be pulling that thing all the way to Germany to the Ultra Race Festival in 2 weeks' time.
And that's also getting wrapped the same colour.
Yes, so they're going to be, this is going to be so sick. It's going to look insane, and I'm going to literally pinch myself, and I'm going to probably cry the day I see them both together. But we cannot do that right now. We've still got so much more stuff we need to do. So that show is in 2 weeks' time, and once this car is back, we should then have the kit here, the first development version of this, to go on the car. And then we've got all the other stuff you know and love us for, performance stuff, exhaust intakes, all the rest of it's going to be going. So loads of stuff to happen, like I said, in a very short space of time. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to fall in love with this car by the end of it. I'm probably not going to want to sell it. But that being said, this is all we have time for this week, because we've got so much more other bits to get on with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoy the new AutoID shop car. We will see you in next week's channel with another update. Take care.
Next week's channel?
Next week's channel.
What?
We will see, I meant to say next week's video. We will see you in next week's video with an update on whatever we're working on.
Jack wants to do it again because I've just told him what next week's video is.
Yeah, so next week we'll see you with a return to form back to BMW land.
Where we're going to be building a G80 that looks absolutely sick, and a fella's driving over from Ireland to have this whole car built for us.
This is going to be crazy.